Republican voters are yelling at their representatives. You're wrong if you think, oh my God, what the is going on?
Jack up the price so that fans of live entertainers like Mr. Ritchie, I almost called him Mr. Rock, don't have access to concerts the way that they should. And when they do, it's at exorbitantly high prices. So what this executive order does, it charges the FTC and the Department of Justice with
this is not a drill.
Protection.
Trump is going to obviously show him the attack plans against Iran, as he did last time.
President Trump, would you ever wear a jacket like that?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing it for tomorrow. We have a big event coming up, and I was thinking about doing it, but I'm not sure.
So you recently bought a Tesla for White House staff to use, but now there's all these domestic terrorists targeting Teslas. Are the staff scared to drive it?
I don't think so. I haven't heard. They were complaining. I did buy one, and I let the staff use it. We have it parked conveniently, and one day we give it to Margot, one day we give it to Chamberlain, give it to Natalie, we give it to everybody around, give it to Dan Scavino, but he's got so much money it doesn't matter. But they love the car, and it's a great car, and it's made here, and it's made in the country. He's got a tremendous plant now in Texas, and he has one in California. Does a lot of his work here, and he's been really unfairly treated, in my opinion.
I travel.
And
Yeah.
there's this other story. I know it's hypothetical right now, but if you were allowed for some reason to run for a third term, is there a thought that the Democrats could try to run Barack Obama against you
I'd love
for
that.
his third term?
Boy, I'd love that. That would be a good one. I'd like that. No, people are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it. They do say there's a way you can do it, but I don't know about that. But I have not looked into it. I want to do a fantastic job. We have 4 years, just about, almost close to 4 years. Time is flying, but it's still close to 4 years, and we're getting a lot of credit for having done a great job in the first almost 100 days.
He is very, he's doing the same thing that Elon Musk did to tremendous success. Just keep lying about shit that's going to get better over and over again. And by the time people go, hey, remember those things that you said were going to happen and haven't happened yet? Just lie about the new thing and then recenter people's attentions onto the new things that are not going to
I don't know
happen.
if we've ever been at $1 trillion.
What do you mean by that?
We're 500. What do I mean by trillion?
5 trillion. What are you referring to, sir?
I think that we're going to be at $5 trillion of investment. I think you're going to have investment.
It, dude. Yeah, we're gonna get 7 quintillion. I made up the new number. No one's ever seen numbers like this before. It's quintillion. That's right. Quintuple billion. New numbers, bigger numbers than anyone has ever seen.
So if we're anywhere near 5 trillion in 2 months, this could be numbers like the country's never seen. And every time you hear a dollar spent, that's another job, because the jobs are coming with it. So auto plants, chip plants, pharmaceuticals, lumber coming in. We have things happening in this country. I'm not sure that they've ever seen it. Steel, we have tariffs on steel. They've been here for a while, steel and aluminum. Nobody's ever seen anything like we're witnessing now. Nobody's ever seen anything. Most of you agree with that. I mean, there's nothing much you can't agree with. We have things happening in terms of jobs and investment, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen. If you look at, let's say, $4 to $5 trillion in a period of a month and a half, that's even more than you do with your concerts, which are always sold out, right? Nobody's ever seen numbers. And think of it, where Apple's at 500.
Nobody's ever seen
As I
numbers.
said,
You've
USA,
ever seen a
because
number?
deduction
I
on
haven't.
interest.
No one has ever
So
seen
you got
number.
borrowed
What is
money to buy
math?
a
It's
car.
illegal now.
But we're going to be very nice. Relatively speaking, we're going to be very kind.
Mr. President, you met with the chairman.
Somebody said that about me the other day. He said, who doesn't know me very well, they said, you're such a kind person. And I said, say that again. They said, you're a kind person. I said, I've never heard that.
Even he couldn't believe it. He's like, say that again?
Kind.
Who said that?
I've heard of words that, I don't know, I better not tell you. I've heard of...
Even
I've been called a
Trump
lot
couldn't
of things,
believe
but
it that
it's sort of
someone
a
was
different
dumb
kind of
enough to
word,
say
like an
he's a kind
old-fashioned word,
person.
is that?
President Trump, on TikTok. Big week of deadlines. You got Liberation Day and the TikTok deadline.
Yeah,
this
we
week.
do, which I can extend if I want, but we have a lot of enthusiasm for TikTok, for buying it. I think TikTok is good.
Yeah,
I've used
remember
it
the
for-
ban? What happened?
I
It was
a
supposed to be
great
banned by
TikTok
now.
guy,
What happened?
And we won by 36 points, the youth.
It's-
We won the youth, which Republicans don't too. Maybe it's because Kid Rock likes Trump. I don't know, but we won. We won the youth by 36 points, and I attribute some of that to TikTok.
Is the TikTok deal, the negotiations now, tied to a bigger tariff deal with China?
No, but it could be. I mean, I've used tariffs for lots of different reasons, but I could see, 1 point in tariffs with China, big country, would be probably worth more than all of TikTok, as valuable as TikTok is. It's big stuff. So there's a great example. That's a great question, actually. I'm a very flexible person. I could use that for that. Like, maybe I'll take a couple of points off if I get approvals for something. I haven't done it. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But it's a very good question. Peter, you're very good.
Thank you. You'll love this one.
Go ahead.
It's not front page news, but I am just curious. What is your thought about Tiger Woods now becoming part of the broader Trump family?
Oh my God.
Well, I love Tiger, and I love Vanessa, and they had a great relationship. I happen to think the relationship with my son, I happen to think the relationship was hurt very badly by the witch hunt that went on, Russia, and all the crap that they put Don through, who knew nothing about it. But Vanessa and Don had a very good relationship. They have incredible children, 5 incredible children, all good athletes, all great students, they're like great. And they broke up, quite a while ago, and which was to me very sad because I think they're both great. Don and Vanessa, and Tiger actually called me a few months ago, and I have a very special, very good relationship with Tiger. I played golf with him a couple of times over the last month, and he's a fantastic guy and a fantastic athlete. And he told me about it, and I said, Tiger, that's good. I'm very happy for both. I just let them both be happy. Let them both be happy. They're both great.
To follow up on China, China, South Korea, and Japan say they're going to work together in cooperation to respond to the tariffs that you're going to put into effect this week. Are you concerned that
if only Shinzo Abe were here, he would never let this happen. He would never align with China. I miss him so much.
Mr. President, can I ask you
I
about
think they have a
something?
chance of doing better, actually, with the tariffs. It can actually help them in a certain way. And I think a lot of them will drop their tariff because, they've been unfairly tariffing the United States for years. And if you look at the European Union on cars, the European Union already dropped their tariff down to 2.5%. It was announced a couple of days ago, which is what which is a very small tariff. The United States charged very little. And I think I heard that India just a little while ago is going to be dropping its tariffs very substantially. And I said, why didn't somebody do this a long time ago? A lot of countries are going to be dropping their tariff.
Oh my God.
I would say
He's been standing there the whole time. Oh my God.
that was there.
Oh my God, Kid Rock has been standing there the entire time.
He said this, he's never seen anything like it. When you announced Madison Square Garden, it's a big arena, but we sell out big arenas. We sold out in Milwaukee, we sold out at every big arena. We never had empty seats. It's amazing. They talk about Bernie Sanders gets 2,000-3,000 people. Everyone said, these crowds, I get 107,000 people in New Jersey.
Heard the crowds.
In Butler, PA, we had over 100,000 the second time. We had 55,000 the first time. We have.
Oh, he's heard the crowds. He's seen the
Madison
Bernie
Square
crowds. He
Garden
does not like that.
Elon Musk's special government tenure is coming to an end, 130 days, I think another month.
Yeah.
Do you want him to stay longer, or is it time for him to go back to running his companies in Europe?
Well, I think he's amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run. And so at some point he's going to be going back. He wants to.
Would you want to keep him around?
But I'd keep him as long as I could keep him. He's a very talented guy. I love very smart people. He's very smart, and he's done a good job. Doge has we found numbers that nobody can even believe, like 400 billion, 500 billion. It could be close to $1 trillion by the time.
Nobody knows numbers I've
on
never
different
even
things.
seen before. Who knows
And
numbers?
he's led the charge, and you've seen a lot of his people. And these are people that joined up. I always say they're high IQ people. I like high IQ people, and they've done a great job. No, at some point, Elon's going to want to go back to his company. I will say he's got, despite the way he's been treated, so he's an American patriot. But the way he's been treated with Tesla is just terrible. It's just terrible.
Once he goes
In fact,
back-
you have a Tesla.
Tesla.
And you love it. You love it. He was saying before he bought a Tesla, he loved it. A lot of people are buying Teslas, I think, and I hope they are. He should not be treated that way. He's done an incredible service.
There's nothing funnier than Kid Rock standing there for this entire process, and he has to stand up
Remember
the
that,
whole
Pete?
time.